Go ahead and fill all that in, all those blanks in. Okay, walking through what all this means. The first part is angle bisector. We kind of looked at this last class. So it says a ray that divides an angle into two congruent angles. So in the diagram to the right, BD, ray BD, is cutting this whole angle into two pieces. So that means this top angle is congruent to this bottom angle. You have them, they each have two marks. They're the same measurement. So that's why what this sentence says. Angle ABD is congruent to angle DBC. If this whole thing from ABC, if the whole thing was, I don't know, say 60 degrees, what would each of these angles have to be? They'd each have to be 30 because it cuts it directly in half. Okay. The next piece is called a perpendicular bisector. So a line, segment, or ray perpendicular to a segment. So we have a line that's perpendicular to this segment. Midpoint. So the line is cutting the segment in half at this midpoint, and it's 90 degrees. So I have just a more specific kind of bisector because it cuts directly at 90 degrees. So in this diagram, line LM is the perpendicular bisector of segment Q or PQ. Questions there? Okay, so in our next example, this next example piece, it says we're going to use this picture for both pieces. So if I were you, I would go ahead and do it right now. Sketch another image here. This is a B. Try to draw it so BX looks like it's cutting it right in half. So it says BX is the bisector of angle ABC, which means this angle is congruent to this angle. It's been cut directly in half. Let's go ahead and look at 6. We've got the little M here to say the measurement of angle ABX because we have an equal sign. So the measurement of angle ABX is 5x. And the measurement of angle XBC is 3x plus 10. Find the measurement of angle ABC, the whole thing. Well, what I know is I know the two pieces that are congruent. So how can I set this up? If I know that these pieces are the same, Hannah? Very good. 5x equals 3x plus 10. Just for the sake of looking back at your notes, write this out. So let's write the measurement of angle ABX is equal to the measurement of angle XBC. Kind of like what we did last class. I'll only make you write that once today. And then we're going to plug in just what Hannah said. ABX is 5x equals XC is 3x plus 10. And two-step equation from here. Subtract 3x on both sides. On left, my 3x equals x is 10 drops down. 2 and x are multiplied, so I undo that with division. So x equals 5. Ultimately, I wanted to figure out what the entire angle was from here to here. So let's plug it in. 5 times x, well, x is 5, so 5 times 5 is 25 degrees. If this angle is 25 degrees, then this angle is 25 degrees, which makes the entire angle 50 degrees. So we say measurement of angle ABC equals 50 degrees. Okay, take a second and label number 7's image on your own. We'll fill it in together and make sure, but try it on your own first. Okay, so it says if measurement of angle ABC, so ABC is the entire thing, that's 4x minus 12. And measurement of angle ABX is 24. If this one's 24, then what's this angle? Should also be 24. So these are congruent. So you got two options. You can just automatically do what's 24 plus 24. So that means this whole angle should be 48. So you can say 48 equals 4x minus 12. Or you can write, whoops. Last class we chose to write 24 equals 4x plus 12. Whatever makes more sense in your head. Either way gets us to the same step. To get x alone, we add 12 on both sides. On the left, 48 plus 12, 60, equals, on the right, 4x drops down, these 12s cancel. Divide both sides by 4, so x equals 15. Great job. For this next portion, number 8 has this picture, but number 8 has 1 and 2, and they don't go with the same numbers. So what I would do is for number 2, I would probably just quickly sketch the image again. That way you can write on it if you want to. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, so it says here, ray QS bisects PQT. So ray QS bisects PQT. Well, that tells me that this angle and this angle are congruent. Then it says QP, ray QP, and ray QR are opposite rays. That means they form a straight line. So right here, write this. Opposite rays, that means a straight line. They form a straight line. Just add that little note in for yourself. If measurement of angle PQT, so this whole thing here, is 60 degrees. Let's pause for a second before we read anything else. What does that make each of these? 30 each. Cool, okay. And measurement of angle PQS is 4x plus 14. Find x. There's like 3 different ways to do this. Okay, I could say that, well, both of these are then 4x plus 14, and then set that equal to 60. What if I want to work with smaller numbers? Could I just set this whole thing equal to 30 degrees? Because each of these is 30 if the whole thing's 60, right? So then I could say 4x plus 14 equals 30 degrees. Sorry, I guess we don't really need the degree sign right now. You can erase that if you wrote it with me. Now, we're just solving for x. So minus 14 on both sides. These 14s cancel. 4x equals 30 minus 14, 16. Divide both sides by 4. X equals 4. That was all of our work for number 1. So you can kind of like draw yourself an arrow if you were like, where's my work for number 1? It's over here. X is 4. Number 2, same image, which really we need to mark here. These 2 pieces are congruent. That's what's important about it. That's what the whole sentence above said. If PQS is 3x 13 and SQT is 6 minus 2, find PQT. Let me say you don't have to mark up your image, but I find that sometimes when we're just beginning on these angles, sometimes it's easier to just to see it in the picture. So if that makes sense to you, keep doing it. Well, I'm given both of these measures. What do I know about both of these things? They have the same measure. So I can set both of these equal to each other. And that's what I'm going to do. So I have 3x plus 13 equals 6x minus 2. Take a second and solve for x on your own. So I worked this out and got x. 5. Now I need to go 5 in for x. So what's 3 times 5 plus 13? 28? Yeah. Okay, so if this one's 28 degrees, this one's 28 degrees, the entire thing, 56 degrees. So let's write what that means. That's measurement of angle PQT is 56. Questions? This next one's all going off the same image. So it says ray BA and ray BC are opposite rays. Really, that's just saying ABC is a straight line here. All those points create a straight line. I'm going to zoom in on my picture. BF bisects angle CBE. That means angle 3 and angle 4 are congruent. BD bisects ABE. That means angle 1 and angle 2 are congruent. I'm giving them each 2 marks, and then the other one's 1 mark each. I can't give them all 1 mark, because I got to show that they're different still. I'm telling if they're congruent because BD, when it says that BD is bisecting angle ABE, that means, I'm ignoring this section, that means that BD is cutting the whole angle in half. So if it's cutting it in half, then each of these sections are the same. It bisects it. Bisects means cuts it right in half. Yep. Congruent. That's a good question. Okay, so we're all going to use the same image, and we can mark it up because all the examples kind of go together. If measurement of angle EBF is 6x plus 4. So we're talking about this is angle 3. In CBF, that's angle 4. Find the entire angle EBC. What do we know about angle 3 and angle 4? They're the same, so I'm going to set these equal. 6x plus 4 equals 7x minus 2. Solving, subtract 6x on both sides. So I have 4 equals x minus 2. Add 2 to both sides, so x equals 6. Now I'll just plug x in for this x. 6 times 6 plus 4. 6 times 6 is 36, plus 4 is 40. So that was angle 3. We just said angle 3 was 40 degrees. If angle 3 is 40 degrees, then angle 4 is 40 degrees. Then this entire thing is 80 degrees. So measurement of angle EBC is 80 degrees. We're going to skip 4 and go to 5. Number 5, if measurement of angle 2 is 6x, or 6y plus 2, measurement of angle 1 is 8y minus 4, find ABE. So what do we know about angle 1 and 2? They're congruent. They're equal. So we set them equal. 6y plus 2 equals 8y minus 14. Subtract 6y on both sides. 2 equals 2y minus 14. Add 14 to both sides. 17 equals 2y. Wait a second, sorry, 16. 16 equals 2y. Divide by 2. Y equals 8. Now we plug it in. So that's 6 times 8 plus 2. 6 times 8 is 48 plus 2 is 50 degrees. So measurement angle 2 is 50 degrees. Measurement angle 1 is 50 degrees. So what's the measurement of the whole thing? 100 degrees. So measurement of angle ABE is 100 degrees. The last question says, is angle DEF a right angle? DBF. Is angle DEF a right angle?
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you know that?
Because angle 2 is 50 degrees, angle 3 is 40, and that
Angle.
is 90.
Absolutely. Angle 2 is 50 degrees. Angle 4 is 40 degrees. Add them together, that's 90 degrees. So yes, measurement of angle 2 is 50 degrees, plus measurement of angle 3 is 40 degrees. So that totals to 90 degrees. And a right angle is 90 degrees. So the last one, if measurement of angle 1 is 4x plus 10, measurement of angle 2 is 5x, find measurement of angle 2. So I know that angle 1 and angle 2 are congruent, so I can set this equal to each other. 4x plus 10 equals 5x. Subtract 4x on both sides. So I have 10 equals x. Then we just plug that in for angle 2 here. So 5 times 10, so measurement angle 2 is 50 degrees.